Well, wait till you get the big guy. This was only, what was she, like, third in command, sort of?
Yep.
Not quite the second we were hoping for, but I assume you intend to proceed anyway.
Oh, yes, she'll do quite nicely.
Let me just get this rope that I still carry around because it's still useful. How about that?
Yes.
I mean, of course I would use it in your little quest line.
Of course.
Congratulations. Now let Dr. Alasaya help you out.
So yeah, Mika just...
While that's happening, I am using that rope.
Yeah, go ahead and truss her up like turkey.
Alright.
I keep this wherever.
I know you're a dark knight, but try to be more careful. And not be too reckless with your life.
I didn't know that she'd be doing that much damage.
Yeah, take her weapons away from her.
Oh, yes.
Well, you only live once.
Alright, so, give me just a second here so that I can nail down the loot for this fight.
Ooh, we get loot.
You will,
Of course we do.
We won't be
They have pockets.
Alright, so, second here.
What's in his pockets is...
Oh, hello, Gollum.
What's precious here?
Ooh, nice.
Alright, now hang on, I'm not done yet.
I know, but that's nice already. Keep it coming.
Is that just from the thugs?
That was just from Kath. I need to do the thugs themselves.
I can deal with the little fog problem for the right price.
That's a nice little bit from Koth. Might be able to afford Rocket some new armor.
Cough yourself to death.
Alright.
That's 500, 450.
Ooh.
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 That's a lot of... 3 of the same number rolls in a row.
Yeah.
What are the chances of that?
Give me your guild.
So that's 450,
Now I need
900.
to figure out how much gil you get from Saurus.
Give me a guild.
Looking at that, we just get a lot of guilt. I'm feeling confident when we get to go to the town of upgrading their story.
500.
Yes.
What the fuck was that noise?
I was doing McGregor, the parody version.
2,000.
Conor McGregor.
1,800.
Give me a belt.
And is that it, Tom?
For gil, yes.
We have accumulated 3,570 gil from this fight.
I have a question. Those daggers, couldn't he use them? They'd be
No.
handy.
You can absolutely use one of them. Yes, because that is another one of the lootable items. I'll give you the specifics here in a second once I get done upgrading the group's communal gil.
Okay.
Lightning, though.
So who wants the spare dagger?
I'll take it.
Well, I would if I had hands.
I'll take the spare dagger. I have a plan for what I'm going to do with that dagger later. Just
All
give it
right,
here.
so
Nice.
So,
I like your thinking.
So you
There you go.
get 2 blood letter daggers. They are tier 3 weapon. They're tier 3. Let me double check weapon categories here just to make sure I place them right.
The way I imagine it, Thanatos grabbed the weapons and threw one to me.
So they are concealed weapons, but as far as their category. Meaning they deal damage with dex instead of power. They come with the backstab property innately, and additionally, these particular daggers also come with the humanoid killer property.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Humanoid killer. Whenever you kill somebody of the humanoid,
The weapon is designed to assist with not-so-natural selection. All damage done to creatures of the appropriate type is increased to 200%, whether magical or physical in nature. This property can be added multiple times, listing a different type of monster each time. So yeah, you essentially deal double damage with that weapon to humanoid enemies. But it doesn't have any elemental affiliation.
That's still pretty good. Me and I can have fun with those.
Can you use concealed weapons as a Dark Knight, Thanatos? Blade.
I have a concealed weapon already.
Yeah, yours are Blade Brawl and Huge as your usable weapon types. So no, you can't use concealed.
Okay. Well,
And I'm a chocobo. I have wings instead of hands. So.
can Alistair?
I don't think so.
Me?
What exactly were
well,
they
me-
again?
Well, me, of course, can.
Daggers
let's
are
see.
concealed weapons, meaning they.
'Cause, I mean, I have a dagger already.
Yeah.
That's a
and
I
it-
know,
weapon.
but these are better.
Yeah.
Like-
It's always
You
good to have a
You
spare
can use
dagger.
these until we get you an upgrade for Storm.
What exactly is the effects again?
They do double damage against humans,
Humanoids.
humanoids. So that includes Bonga, humans, you guys, etc.
Well, for the time being, I suppose it will do, but I'm not abandoning Storm. I want to upgrade it as soon as we can.
Mm-hmm.
We will do that
Well, what's
first.
Or Miss Stormy.
And it's
Yeah.
tier
What does it
3
take
already,
to
so
use
yeah.
daggers?
And it's already tier
Yeah.
3. So yeah, you can use that.
I'll swap out for the time being until I can upgrade Storm.
Yep, so you have a
Or could you
bloodletting
use the
dagger.
dagger to forge it?
I will
into
take
it?
one of them for plot reasons.
All right.
So
And probably just sell it later.
what's it called? Just dagger currently, or
Just
I mean,
bloodletter
isn't
dagger.
All
I mean, isn't there a way to forge them together?
That, well, someone would need the synthesis skill and a really damn good idea what the fuck they're doing.
I'm about to say let's worry about the daggers later.
I'm sticking Storm in inventory and swapping out temporarily for this bloodletter dagger. For
Alrighty.
the moment, I can upgrade Storm to tier 3. I'm switching back because Storm is mine.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
It's
I'm only taking this one for plot reasons. I'm
a
probably
shame
gonna
we can't use. One of us can't use, both of them at once. What do you have to do to use both weapons?
sell it. You have to be a rogue.
Or just have the dual wielding proficiency, which, I mean, Neeg could totally get that. Nothing is
But
stopping
that's
any
not
of you.
Nee's style. That's Skalala's style.
Right.
Nee is.
Though I've often
Yeah, but
had it in my head of Nee like having the dagger in one hand and a crossbow in the other and dual wielding like that anyway.
I mean, I could.
Yeah, she could do that. That's
see
her
that.
style.
I mean,
You know, you
it
could
could be
swap
like
these
that.
daggers to an arrow and shoot them.
It's your own style, and it'd be badass. You'd be shooting one enemy and stabbing the other
Okay.
right in the fucking face.
okay, guys. So, do we get any potions or anything from that encounter?
Give me just a second. No, you don't get any. You don't get any potions from that.
That's a shame.
Unfortunately.
Wow, these guys come unprepared.
Okay, so Skajarma, as I said, we get a total of 3,570 gil into our.
Yeah, I've already added it.
And how much?
How much
is
is it all together?
You're up to well over 5,000.
Nice.
So we probably could afford rockets of new armor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before we consider that, we need to get back to Kazakhstan, and before we can get back to Kazakhstan, don't we have business to attend to?
Yes. Do we still have time to go through our little
I
interrogation?
think so. We started like 20 minutes
So
late.
we're not doing jib jabs.
Yeah, we can go for a while yet.
Let's go for it. Plus, I just got a yum yum, and I'm happy.
Goody.
Yum yum.
Yum.
So,
Creamy.
Thanatos, this isn't quite the individual we were hoping for, but
She'll do fine.
if she can't lead us to your quarry, maybe she can at least lead us to the one who can.
She can lead us to number 2, I imagine.
So, I think the next best thing, find a perfect place to interrogate her when she comes around.
Well, we've got this lovely cave, so let's go. Perhaps we should go back into the cave map.
We haven't lived it yet.
All right. So you guys dragging Sara back deeper inside?
Yeah, we're gonna drag her deep inside in like one of those corridors where there's only one exit,
All right.
Yeah.
and then
So, can we see the map again?
Well, we don't need it right now. She's bound.
yeah, technically we don't need it. So
Okay.
All right,
It doesn't
so-
take you long. You find a isolated chamber and you chuck her in. And
all right,
she's still very
All
much
right.
unconscious.
all right. Anybody who's got
Wanna wake her up?
anybody who's squeamish, I suggest you leave the chamber now.
Not so much squeamish, but the idea of torture is uncomfortable because, it's illegal pretty much everywhere unless you happen to be from Kazakhstan.
Mm,
And yeah,
I stay here to guard this in case, or to stop her.
I'm going to go keep watch outside where my law enforcement insides don't demand I stop you.
fair enough.
I'll
Mika?
stick around here too. Just To make sure you don't accidentally kill her.
Oh, I wouldn't do
Somebody needs
that.
to watch the entrance to the caves.
That's where I'm going.
So yeah,
Because-
me, Rocket, you
Do you
want to
wanna-
join her, or you want
Mika-
to?
Make sure he doesn't go too overboard.
Mm. Well, I'm here too, so I could try to hold him back.
Well, somebody has to make sure they're not alone.
All right, so Rocket and Nee are watching the entrance to the cave. Everyone else is hunkering down to have a nice chat with Sorrow when she awakens.
So, Thanatos, since you took her down, you want to do the honors of waking her up?
Oh, but of course.
Go ahead.
So I've been down. She's tied down and like on her knees, right?
Yeah, she's on her side because she's still unconscious, but yeah.
All right. I walk right up to her and kick her in the stomach.
All right. Her eyes snap open and she lets out a breathless wheeze.
Evening.
Oh, fuck.
Indeed. So, did you have a fun time?
Fuck you.
Wow. I was hoping for something a little more original.
Pretty sure that was the exact thing that
I don't get paid for original.
Plus, you're not
Yes, you
even in
get
the room,
paid
the
for
boss says.
being a bitch.
Oh, thank you for noticing, sweetums.
Oh. So,
Quite
Here's
the
what's
sassy
gonna
one,
happen.
ain't she?
you're going to
Feisty.
tell us every little thing we want to.
I'd rather rip off my own tits than tell you a damn thing. Be more pleasant than what the boss would do.
Congrats.
Oh,
Thanatos
yeah,
is
I'm
gonna have
sure.
fun.
Chakal has never been much for being gentle.
You know you're fucked, right?
I've been fucked for a long time, lady.
Well, that would explain the ridiculous hair.
in a strange way, I like it.
You're not there.
Yes, I said that.
I'm speaking as Tom, not as me, just like you.
You know, in a situation like yours, I really think you'd be a little more cooperative.
No. She gives you this sweet little smile.
Okay. I kick her in the stomach again.
Lets out another breathless wheeze and then starts cackling.
Oh. I get it.
Please,
Those.
Daddy, may I have another?
Have you got something to fuck with her mentally?
Oh, there's no need for that. I grab her by the hair, hoist her up, and press her against the wall.
She cackles again. Rough one, aren't you?
You should try cutting her hair off.
She's a masochist.
I'll cut something off here in a second.
Yeah, but a hair is a woman's pride.
Mm-hmm. Thanatos, she's a masochist. I think you need to try a different approach.
Fair enough. So. Oh, I got it. I pull out the dagger that we stole from her and put it right in front of her face. So, recognize this?
That's mine.
Looks like it's mine now.
She narrows her eyes at you. I don't see your name on it.
Carve a name on it.
That is true. You know, I could probably. I need to write my name on it. I don't have ink. Wonder what I could use
How about
instead.
scratch it in?
Just kind of run the blade across her cheek. Slowly.
All right. He kind of eyes it, but doesn't really seem to outwardly react much.
Wow. Chakal really loves collecting the really weird ones.
What can I say? The big guy knows what he likes.
Yeah, but
Certainly
I don't know
are a
which.
rough nut.
I don't know which one he was weirder, you or that monk guy we ran into.
He was boring as hell.
Oh, tell me about it. What about that big Galka guy? Was he any fun? Because he was a pain in the ass.
From time to time, more often than not, he was too quiet to be worth a damn.
Yeah. I guess he would send the most boring ones on the far off missions, get him out of his sight.
The ones with the right temperament.
One of her eyes twitches.
I don't think I would have lasted long working out there.
Yeah, probably not. I was kind of hoping for one that wasn't crazy, but to each their own. I stab her in the shoulder.
And she lets out a little yelp, and there's a trickle of blood that comes down.
How's that feel?
Like a knife in my shoulder, you dumbass.
Aww. You see, there's a little bit of something there. So,
I like it.
Told you, man. Masochist. You fucked it.
great. That's just what I need.
Uh,
Alright, let's just... Well, that kind of ruins my fun. Alright, let's get straight to the point.
You could break her
Where's-
bones, you know.
She's a masochist.
Yeah, but still, if she can't move her, if she's crippled for life,
True.
she's a character that's based on speed. So if you cripple her completely, she can't work.
yeah, but she just may
True.
laugh in our
Alright,
faces.
hold on. Hold on, I'll get to that in a
Revise it.
second. Alright, so I'm just gonna ask straight up. Where's the number 2 guy?
She gets a sort of disgusted look on her face.
What, you mean Kellyan? Hell if I know.
Oh, come on. You're his enforcer. Surely you know where he is.
No. If I did, shit like this would work.
So what you're telling me is that we got the wrong bitch.
Oh, if you want to put it that way, yeah. Guess you wasted your time.
I wouldn't say that. I'm sure Jakal will miss one of his little toys.
She pouts for a second.
Oh, but he does have so many others.
Oh, yes. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about some of them? Surely one of them's got to be a lot more fun than you.
Do you think I'm that big of an idiot?
I don't know. You walk into this trap.
That's not so much a matter of stupidity as it's a matter that my friend, who you killed, by the way, wasn't very perceptive.
Oh, you mean the big guy who went down pretty easily?
Like a ton of bricks.
His name was Koth.
It doesn't really matter too much now. He's dead.
Matters to me.
What, did you love him or something?
That might be a bit of a strong word. But there was
Does Happy
definitely
come up there
a...
and help?
But there was definitely a
She licks her lips.
connection.
All right.
Yeah,
now,
ship it.
all right. Now it's starting to get disgusted. I slam her back on the ground. So, You know, you have some really nice moves out there. Really quick.
Oh, I thank you.
You must be very proud of your speed.
I don't know, are you proud of stating the obvious?
So, what do you think would happen if I were to say, break a leg?
I'd probably die in the middle of the desert.
And that doesn't bother you?
Like I said, Chakal has a lot more toys to work with.
Shame.
I love
Waste of
my
good-
job, make no mistake. But really, I don't have much else outside of it. And I ain't about to turn my back on it by ratting anyone out to you.
Shame. Sounds like it was a waste of skill working for that asshole.
It's not a waste if you enjoy your work.
Yes. Guys, this is one of those rare few that he didn't have to bribe to get to work for him. Or blackmail.
Well, even I see that.
So where'd you come from? Orphan little girl who was wronged by her parents, then he took her in because she exhibited this love for violence and death and murder.
You're not terribly far off.
So here's a question. How pissed would he be if I sent him your head in a nice little wrapped present?
Assuming you could find out where he even is, probably very. But I don't see that happening. Even I don't know where he lives.
Well, we sure as hell knew you didn't. Apparently, according to what we hear, the only one who actually knows where the little cowardly shit is his number 2.
Yeah, Kellyan's kind of a shit. Definitely a little shit. He enunciates everything. He conducts himself like he's a gentleman. No, he's just another bootlicker like the rest of us who just happens to have a rod up his ass.
And yet he's higher on the food chain than you.
Credit where it's due, he can absolutely kick my ass.
Really?
I'd be happy to let him try if he wasn't so averse to infighting.
Oh, he doesn't sound too fun.
He's very prim and proper and boring as can be.
Wow.
A prim and proper bonga.
He's not a banga.
He's not?
He's a human.
A human.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 in the Vinaldi family is a human.
His family served the Vinaldis for generations, I think. At least a few. His grandpa was saved by one of Chakal's predecessors, and swore a family oath to help out in any way to repay that debt.
Oh.
Good target. Oh.
So fiercely loyal.
Sorry, everything just stopped working for a second. Had to reboot.
That's fine. Fiercely loyal. I hate those. I hate those kinds of minions.
I just dislike him because he's boring as hell. He never makes anything fun. No brawls, no friendly fights, no games of knives.
If I may ask you a person.
So you don't think you would have just a wee bit of fun telling us where he is so we can have... I mean, surely if you nearly kicked our ass, we have no chance, right?
Make a negotiation check.
Shit. Negotiation... 3.
She beat 11.
She raises an eyebrow.
Well, Oh, watching him shish kebab all of you from hell would definitely be a fun pastime. But again, I don't know where he makes his home.
Surely you've got some bit of information. How does he contact you?
He finds us.
So he knows where you are at all times, but you don't know where he is.
The eyes and ears all belong to the higher-ups. I just go around and break kneecaps to make sure people do what they're supposed to. And in your case, you were supposed to die.
To you or the behemoth?
Yes.
Because you kind of failed in both departments there.
Yeah, I get that. You're a persistent bunch.
So what
Yes.
you're telling me is you're absolutely a useless bitch who's only good for breaking kneecaps and licking Chakal's boot.
I wouldn't say useless. To you, maybe, but to myself?
Yes, because you've done great for yourself getting yourself in this little situation, now haven't you?
I didn't get myself in anything. You put me here. Little bit of a difference.
You walked into a cave because somebody told you that we were here. A cave with only one entrance, and the only information you had on us was that we were here and we killed your buddies up north. And you brought 5 guys?
They were pretty good guys. I'm honestly impressed they went down so easy.
I'm about to say
Well-
your little Koth friend sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Like, again, visibly angers when you mention that.
No offense, dear, but we faced a lot more formidable foes than you and your rabble.
Wait. Hold on. I just got an idea.
And Darkness, can you mute yourself when you're eating? Because we.
Oh, it wasn't. I was just moving stuff around. Sorry for that.
Wait, I was thinking what Springsteen calls a rapper.
So tell me, was this Koth guy like your pet? Did you give him treats whenever he'd do a good job?
When out and about. I usually liked to be the pet when we were alone, though.
Yeah, you're not gonna get too much of that now, are you?
Yeah, I noticed. I'm gonna cut your balls off and make a trophy of them when I get a chance, you know. Seems suitable payback.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's gonna be happening now, is it?
How would she react to her hair being cut?
You don't know, and you're not there. Don't metagame, please.
You know what?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna try to see what happens. I'm gonna
Probably
grab her by the
nothing.
hair again. Put my okay. All right, now here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna push her to where she's on her stomach and put my foot on her back.
Okay.
Grab her by the hair and pull her back, and have the knife in my other hand.
Okay. She's kind of giving out a few gurgling chuckles again as you're yanking on her hair, since apparently she likes that.
Told ya. You should have basically just stuck with annoying her with a friend.
Alright.
So tell me, how much did Koth like your hair?
There's a pause.
Why?
It'd just be a shame if something happened to it. It looks so nice.
She kind of tries to look back at you.
I'm not some prissy bitch, you know.
It was worth a try. And I just I swiped the dagger and just cut most of her hair off.
Alright. She sort of thumps back into the sand for a second. And kind of squirms a bit and rolls herself over to look back at you. Kind of has this mildly disgruntled look on her face, but it's nothing too serious.
Well, you are just really not fun, you know that?
Well, I mean, if being interrogated by you is the last thing I ever get, the least I can do is make sure you don't get to enjoy it.
Fair enough.
Speaking
So what
of
you're
which,
telling
if
us
I-
that you don't know anything useful.
Not to you, no.
Well, surely you must know somebody who'd be a little more useful. Probably a little more enjoyable to be around.
So that's the little shit you were speaking about?
Nope. Only people I know about are the ones below me. And you went ahead and made good short work of one of my main go-to squads, so...
I say your buddy Koth there would probably be as useless as you, if not more. Did I detect a little bit of anger there, sweetheart?
Stop talking about him.
Who?
Oh, you have something.
Yes. Although...
Who? I can't quite remember. What was his name again?
You said it a
Kath.
second ago.
Oh, you see, my memory's real bad. Just ask these guys. Oh, was it Kath? Taffy?
I thought of a little something to add to this. Of course. Well, whatever his name is, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, we could get a hold of a friend of ours that happens to be a necromancer to bring him back for the dead. And if he doesn't want to talk, we can just beat the
Okay,
shit.
Alistair, you just hush.
I mean...
Can I
It would be no-
real quickly, who was the one who tied him up? Or tied her up, rather?
Me.
Okay, Nee, real quickly, could you just roll a general athletics check for me, please?
Athletics.
Okay.
Why?
I need a difficulty target for something.
Athletics.
Oh, she's gonna.
What's for?
She can't get out. She's fucked up. We took her weapons.
I was
She's
just
been
thinking
healed.
of something. I mean, she doesn't know
And
everything about us.
I agree. Does the disabling shot still count as well for not escaping?
For getting
know.
away from a fight? It definitely keeps her from doing that. She can't flee, but what winds up happening is you start mocking the crap out of Koth. She visibly starts squirming, and then all of a sudden she pulls her hands out, and you realize she somehow managed to slip the ropes around her wrists.
Oh my.
And she lunges at you.
Lunges at me?
Yeah, because you're closest.
Rocket
Okay.
pin her.
Rocket
Damn.
isn't there. Neither is.
Oh,
me.
nah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
what do I roll?
Mention, hey.
I would.
What do I roll to counter it?
This would be an athletics check to try and squirm away from her grapple.
Oh, lovely.
Unless you roll a critical success,
Oh.
there's not a chance you're getting that. Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. So,
Okay, dice hate me.
all right. So
You
yes,
just take all the fun out of my playtime, don't you?
you were deliberately pissing her off, and she rolled really well on her escape check. All right.
You made her a fucking masochist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made her a
That guy
masochist. That was
be
part of
gross
her.
and do that back.
All right. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, just kind of what I just said.
Yeah, I made her a masochist and a sadist. I had those set long before you guys ever even heard about her. It's not
And
my
of
fault
course
you
we're
it's
running-
not my fault you chose to interrogate the character who by pure chance is a masochist.
It's a good thing you didn't keep in that remark because she would have come at me.
Okay.
All right, so she lunges forward and grabs you around the legs, and the sudden shift in weight causes you to fall back, and she's pulling herself up towards you. It looks like she's about to try and strangle you out. So
Can I get him off? Can I get
Okay,
her
can one
off
of
him?
them get her off me? Or
Uh,
do I need to roll another one?
Alistair, make a force check to try and pull her off.
I try.
You'll be opposing hers. She rolled an 8, so you need to roll better than that.
Great. Okay. So hang on a second, let's double check because I know one of mine gone up. But I think it was finesse. Yep, it
You're
was
rolling
finesse.
force, specifically force.
I know. Let's check.
I hate this.
Yes! Fuck her! Get off!
Critical success.
All right, so
Kick her into the wall.
all right, so as she's like trying to strangle Thanatos out, suddenly Alistair suddenly comes down and lifts her right up, turns and just pins her against the wall himself, enough to daze her before letting her slump back to the ground. And while she's dazed, he redoes her ropes, and better this time.
Mhm.
Or rather, more extensively, so that she can't slip out of them again.
Do that shit again, and you will regret it.
Struck a nerve, did I?
So you get out of that, bitch.
So, Alistair, Mika, from what it looks like, we're not going to get too much out of her.
Unfortunately.
Tragic. You know, it's a shame there ain't a behemoth nearby. We could have just chucked her to it.
Well, there'd be no point of that. Mika, you don't have some kind of spell we can look at her memories or something, do you?
No, I don't.
Or
Even
something
if-
that make
and
her a
if-
little more agreeable?
Fortunately not.
Out of character, her list of spells consists of Cure, Stop, Sleep, Arrow, Detect Magic, Break Ward, Dia, Blizzara, and Cura.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me check on something.
Shame I don't have anything to make her more persuasive.
Huh.
I mean, is there a spell you can get in this game to make anyone more persuasive?
Hold on.
I'm asking the DM this.
I think? I know there
Tone,
Yes?
I do have a limited ability that might help us.
Yeah?
My Dominate ability.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense for a Dark Knight
would-
dominance.
It would allow me to mark her and be able to control her to an extent, but I don't think it'll be helpful for getting information out of her. But like, if I mark her, she has to do whatever I say, right?
It says here it allows you to know exactly where they are, even if you're separated by hundreds of miles, and you get a significant bonus to accuracy and avoidance against her in combat. Let's see here. Once per session, or once per day in our case, as an instant action, you can physically take control of the target's body, no matter the distance. In combat, this link acts as unresistible charm status, which only lasts for 1 round.
Outside of combat,
let's hear
the session
outside.
is longer, up to several minutes at a time, and affects even enemies who are normally be immune to the effects of charm. Send commands that would do needless harm or dominate over a cliff. It would. I don't know. It wouldn't help us in this situation.
Bollocks.
Well, actually, if I might
It
here.
could-
You're starting to get kind of frustrated at this lady's persistence and whatnot. Your fist kind of curling up quietly at your sides, and then suddenly there's a low bassy boom, and time around you stops.
Oh, damn it!
Sure enough, you look around, and after a second, you spot Caius looking at you from not all that far behind Sara, just kind of leaning against the wall, arms crossed.
Now is not a great time.
It seems to me like this is the best time. He looks down at her. You're not exactly making much progress, and the way you're going, you won't.
She's a freaking masochist, and apparently she doesn't know shit.
Indeed, she is a masochist, and she doesn't know things. That doesn't mean things won't come to her, though.
What do you mean?
Caius unfolds his arms and steps around towards you. The nature of the dark abilities you wield is questionable from a moral standpoint as far as many others are concerned. But given the things you've just done in the last few minutes, I don't think either of us really gives a damn now, do we?
No, not really. What were you suggesting?
What I'm suggesting is what's stopping us from taking that just a little bit further. What if she were to return the last survivor of her team? Sooner or later, she would be approached. She would be questioned by her superiors. They would want to know exactly what happened. So,
Very true.
So all we need to do is make sure we can see that happening. He reaches down and lightly takes your hand in his and lifts it up so that, like, your open palm is facing your face and he's holding your wrist. All we need to do is keep an eye on her. His eyes begin glowing like coals, and then he turns and directs your hand to, like, press against her forehead. I'm letting you use domination this one time without a cost of destiny because this is because I'm saying from a narrative perspective, this is Kaya's teaching you how to even use it. So you put your hand against Saurus's forehead. There's a pulse of energy, and you feel and it's odd. It's like your fingers reach past their physical form and sink into her body and soul and curl tightly around her essence itself. And even when you pull your hand away, time's still frozen, you still feel that link, that connection. Caius then releases your wrist and steps back.
What did you do?
I made sure you had a connection. One that she can't help but bow to the whims of. She will do what you ask to a certain degree, though instinct will prevent her from doing other actions. All you need to do is keep her where you can see her. The rest will come to her.
Right.
And with this link, there is nothing she can do about it. Command her to lead you back to Kurzatan. Command her not to report you in. And she won't, until she is approached. You follow, you make your move, you learn what you need to learn, and you go from there.
Right.
I'm back.
All right. After a few more seconds, Caius gives a slow nod. Just make sure you handle this situation with care. The sort of domination is tricky to master, especially under these circumstances.
I'll get the hang of it.
Don't get overconfident now.
Yes, sir.
I'll be watching. He steps back into the shadows, disappears, there's another bassy boom, and time resumes. And
You're back.
Yep, and Sara suddenly has this really confused and bewildered look on her face, and she sort of shakes her head.
What? What's...
Get up.
She stands without hesitation.
What the...
Alright, guys. Back to the entrance. And you follow.
Impressed.
So you're commanding her to lead the way out?
I'm commanding her to follow us as we head back to the entrance.
Okay, and
Hey, Thanatos, what did you do to her?
Something to make her a little more agreeable.
Nice.
you can tell she's actively trying to resist as she starts following you out, but can't fight the motions, and she's getting this increasingly panicked look on her face.
Well,
Alright, I guess
between you and
we're back
me,
at the
she
entrance
doesn't
with
like
Rocket
it.
and Nee.
Yep. You make it back to the entrance not long after. Nee and Rocket, you turn as you hear footsteps approaching, and you see your comrades returning with the really brutalized Saramil staggering along behind them, looking like she's in the middle of a quiet panic.
He looks rather uncomfortable. What happened to stopping him from going too far?
Thanatos
I didn't
happened.
kill her, did I?
Oh, what's she doing now?
First things first. You stand in front of Nee so she can have her rope back.
Sarah complies. Just continuing to look at you with wide-eyed terror and confusion.
I am confused. Why is she listening to you? She was I'd imagine. Unless
I gave her a little incentive.
incentive.
Mika, wanders over to you and whispers,
His eyes got kind of dark for a second, and now she's acting like this.
Thanatos, what have you done?
Made her more agreeable. She's going to be a good girl now and lead us to someone.
Not the elusive bullshit with your friends. Say it straight.
It's an ability my master showed me. Basically, it's like marking her. She listens to whatever I say now.
So you've mind her.
In a sense. I can't make her do anything. But there's a pretty wide range of what I can make her do.
And what do you intend to do? Because this is a lie.
She's going to be a good little girl, lead us back to Kurzatan, and then going to show us to where her boss is. Whether she knows where he is or not.
And does this little bit of yours prevent her from simply speaking the moment we step foot into Kurzatan?
Oh, she won't say a word. Will you?
she opens her mouth and tries to say something, but after a second she just gets this really pained look and stares down at the ground.
Good girl.
Hold on, I'm having connection issues again.
I noticed you're cutting in and out.
Yep.
So, well, they just...
I said that she won't. I basically told her that she won't say anything that I don't want her to, and she tried to resist and just.
I got that bit. I got up to when she tried to speak and couldn't, and then you said something, and that's what cut out.
I said, "Good girl."
Because of course you did. Gotta make it creepy.
Neat kind of face palms, looking particularly uncomfortable and aggravated. We'll talk about this later.
Are we really
Are
we really going to talk about this after what just happened?
I mean, there are lines, and completely mind screwing an individual and taking away free will is a big one. Pretty sure you'd be shot for that in Vatea.
This isn't Vatea.
I'm Vatea.
You're cutting out again.
Fucking hell.
Damn internet.
Yep. Well, I heard her say, I am from Matea.
Yeah, that is what she was saying, but it was cutting out all kinds of stuff.
Can you hear me? For
Yes.
fuck's sake.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Nee responded in an aggravated voice, I'm Vatean. That's what she said.
Right.
We're going against a crime organization. The interrogation was going nowhere. All she was doing was laughing.
And that gives you the right to be just as bad?
I never said I was a saint.
I never said you were. I mean, come on. We've known you for how long now? Half a year, at least. I've lost track. I mean, none of us are saints. We've all done things, but... Well, I thought you were better.
You just kind of see him look to the side for a second. Look, I know what this looks like. I didn't want to resort to something like this. But if we're going to find him and put this crime family down, we need to use everything at our disposal.
We'll go with your plan for now. But, Thanatos, I'm all on board for helping you stop this crime family, get vengeance for your family, but don't let it turn you into a monster. There's more to life than just killing one guy and that's it. No matter the cost.
You see his eyes go low and you can't see him past his hair. If you say that as if I'm not already a monster.
You're not. Not yet. I don't know what your master wants for you. I've never even met your master, though I have no doubt he's listening. But there's more than just darkness.
Let's just get back to Kurzatan. You move.
Sorry,
I'm telling you this because I'm your friend and I'm worried about you. You know that, right?
I know. Now that you mention it, I kind of am too.
Zara gives a shaky little nod and starts heading back towards Kurzatan. And as you're taking those first steps away from the cave, Mika kind of gets this pained look on her face, walks up to Sara's side, puts a hand on her back, briefly glows blue, and casts Cure on her to at least keep her from bleeding out. Then Mika comes back to the rest of the group, kind of takes up a position by Nee, looking very uncomfortable and kind of solemn.
You okay?
I'll be alright.
I'm not as keen on it as he is, huh?
I don't like it, morally, but I see the practical reasons behind it.
I do too, but this is, like I said, this is a fine line. I don't want to see him, becoming no better, just serve a goal. What does that leave us?
The way I see it, if we do wind up doing bad things here, best thing we can do is try and make up for it in the future.
Well, keep an eye on him. And frankly, if his master put him up to this, I don't trust his master.
All right.
What the hell did I miss?
Basically, anyone who's played Shadow of Mordor, I just basically suffer me now him.
Thanatos mind break.
I've never played Shadow of Mordor.
To summarize, what was the last thing you heard, Lumina?
I had to leave right after the hair was cut.
Well, shortly
So
after.
basically, my master showed up, showed me how to basically turn her into a willing slave, and now she's going to lead us to whoever's going to punish her for failing.
Right.
And Mika and Nee are not happy with this.
Right.
Because this
And
is
I
a
pinned her
very
to the
dark
fucking
path.
wall at one point.
It's worth bearing in mind, she does still technically have her free will. It's just if you give her a command, she is compelled to follow it, at least for the time being.
The only thing I can't
Well, why
tell her
define
to
as
do
free will?
is to kill herself.
Right,
Basically.
or hurt herself. That's off
Or
the table
hurt
too.
herself in that's not necessary yet.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right.
Okay.
And Nee being like the lawful good kind of alignment is not happy.
So, do we want to keep going with this session, or do we think we can call it there? Because it's about 3.
I'm about to say, I think we can call it good there and then continue this whole little deal next time.
All righty.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because the last time we pushed our luck, we got blown up.
That
Yeah, she's got a point there.
that you do. All right. Well then, if that beeth the case, well, that was definitely an adventure.
that ended a lot darker than I thought it was going to.
It's your arc. Darkness is to be assumed.
Well, I mean,
not
I always
not our
just-
old friend, not our old friend. Bit of a different type of darkness here.
Of course.
I always assumed that we'd get information out of her, and then Thanatos would end up like killing her out of rage. But this is worse, in my opinion.
Well, congratulations. We have reached the edge arc.
Nee was already kind of like tenuous with the whole torture thing. That's why she stepped out.
Well,
But she was just about winning. This was a step far.
Right, let me go ahead and do the outro thing, and we can have our post-game chats amongst ourselves. So thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time. See you then,
Bye-bye.
people. Bye.
I feel kind of dirty.
Punch the
There,
like
there.
button in the face.
I feel dirty.